The August 10th Bridge Authority meeting talked about construction as well as funding. Construction committee members explained on August 10th how temporary casings may extend the time when the project can be working in water. Maximizing construction time is critical, especially with a delayed announcement for Bridge Investment Program fund awards. Commissioner Mike Fox had recently seen a presentation from Kiewit about how drilled casings were being used in the Abernathy Bridge project and explained how that might work here in Hood River White Salmon.
That applies. We basically saw that the equipment that they had there was similar to what we're going to have here. They did use temporary casings like we want to do here. And the benefit of a temporary casing is that after they're in place, we can go ahead and do drilled shafts any time of the year outside of the in-water work window. So we certainly want to do that here. And as we get into the construction schedule more and more, we need to figure out how do we maximize getting those shafts in place as early as we can in winter work window that allows us flexibility.
If you have a temporary casing, then the fact that it's not during the in-water work window doesn't matter. You can still be putting concrete and steel down in that hole.
Yeah, so if this huge casing gets shifted down into the soil to the top of bedrock.
Right.
Okay, once it's in place, you can come back with your drilled shaft equipment and actually drill out the center of it, and then basically put your rebar cage in it and pour your concrete in it outside of the in-water work.
So the drilling can happen outside.
So by doing that, it captures all the sediment that would contaminate the
No, I can see that. But what about vibration and stuff like that?
Not a problem because you got this casing there, so it kind of isolates it.
So it's like a caisson used to be, right?
Yeah, it's a great big 9-foot piece of pipe, which is pretty thick.
Okay.
It's basically, and then we looked at all of the supporting equipment that we're going to need, which is as you drill down through here, you got to excavate out all the soil and stuff and mud. You got to do something with it. You can't just dump it in the river. All of the supporting equipment we talked about as well. So it's good.
Finding ways to maximize time constructing is critical because a changed deadline for the Bridge Investment Program is going to create some new challenges.
Bridge Investment Program, I sent an email out to commissioners. We did hear back that we are recommended, which means basically we're moving to the next step. So we've asked for a debrief, which will allow us an opportunity to hear if there are any shortcomings or anything in our application that we can fill any gaps or make any edits. If there are, then we'll make some edits. We'll return that back in and then we'll wait to hear a final decision. So no idea when that final decision will be, hopefully before the end of the year. So I'm now officially moving my end of September to end of December. So we will continue to monitor that and continue to move forward, waiting to see what that means. There has been a number of projects that have won with the recommended rating, so I think nothing alarming there. It's just the big news is we are continuing forward. So.
And they said they were accepting modified applications until September 25th.
Yes, we will have 2 weeks.
That was the only date we have.
Yeah. Yep. They'll set up a debrief and then we have to return our edits within 2 weeks of that, 14 days of that debrief, with a final submittal for everyone nationally by the 25th.
And so the most significant thing that's happened since we submitted the original application would be reaching 60% design documentation.
Also record of decision.
I thought that was right.
So it was right after, I believe. We sent it in October and then that happened in November. So we're going to repackage anything that we have sent to them post our last application, and repackage all of that and make sure all of it officially gets into their package.
The more important question here is if the decision is going to now be made in December or January, based on the timeline to actually get from a decision to a contract in hand for everything that we've seen from the federal government, what does that put our actual construction date to? Is there any chance of getting in the water in 2027 with that being the case? this new
So
information?
we're reevaluating that right now, Jake, and we'll bring that back to you once we get a better idea of what our alternative is there. It is definitely impacting the work that we would be able to do, though.
But just one word, it doesn't mean we're not going into construction.
Correct.
It just has an impact on what our current plan is.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't know what that is exactly yet.
To hear additional discussion about when and whether to visit Washington, D.C., or to be in touch with our legislators who are supporters of the project, you can go directly to the Hood River White Salmon Bridge Authority YouTube channel and watch the full video there. You'll also hear about funding challenges for both Washington and Oregon.